Continuing their journey, Rue discovers Emery and Spaniel are pregnant. With prior experience, he efficiently sets up camp for their delivery. Emery gives birth to a high orc son, while Spaniel's daughter is human and noticeably smaller. As the group approaches the capital, Ellis disguises herself to avoid recognition, and they rest at an inn named Purgatory. Rue takes the others to the local adventurers guild, where they encounter a training room. A group of adventurers challenges Rue, but he directs them to spar with his companions instead, resulting in a defeat for the adventurers. Impressed, Rue invites them to join Parabellum. Later, while shopping with the girls, Rue buys a camera and spends the evening capturing moments with his babies. He connects with other Parabellum members. S reports successful spellbook acquisitions through capturing criminals, and May updates on her information-gathering efforts, for which Rue advises her to rest. He considers contacting Kitchi, but is abruptly disturbed by a vision of himself being bisected, leaving him unsettled and confused about the vision's significance. Rue decides to travel to the city of Geos to check on Kitchi. He informs Ellis that the journey will take 2 days, delaying their arrival at the capital. Ellis agrees, seeing no issue with the delay. During their travel, the group notes that Spaniel's child is developing slower than the others, attributing it to the longer maturation period of humans. Rue notices Mio wearing a necklace he gave her. Mio, feeling inadequate compared to Rue, confesses her desire to have a child with him. Rue reassures her, affirming his commitment regardless of whether they have children. Upon arriving in Gios, they encounter a group of adventurers fleeing from a dungeon, warning of a powerful mentor inside. Rue discusses the situation with the mayor, who reveals that the adventurers are targeting the mentor. At the dungeon entrance, Kitchi appears with Goi, both noticeably larger. Goi clarifies that they did not harm the adventurers. Kitchi shares his recent ordeal in the dungeon, where he faced a boss that mimicked Rue and overcame it with a new power granted by the lightning god. Kitchi, now a mentor, and Goi, an Earth Lord, express a desire to test their new strengths. Kitchi challenges Rue to a duel in the arena, hoping to prove his equality. During the intense fight, Kitchi's strength surprises Rue, forcing him to adapt quickly. Kitchi unleashes powerful attacks, but Rue counters with a new ability that enhances his stats, gaining the upper hand. As the battle progresses, Kitchi accidentally releases an overwhelming attack, momentarily fearing for the safety of their friends. Rue recovers and uses a new skill, overpowering Kitchi with a series of rapid strikes. Reflecting on their shared past, Rue acknowledges their significant growth from their days as goblins. After the duel, Kitchi and Goi return home. Rue and his group eventually reach the royal capital, where Ellis welcomes them to her palace and prepares to reward them for their journey and accomplishments. They enjoy a lavish dinner, but struggle to sleep in the unfamiliar luxury of the rooms. The following day, Ellis presents Rue with his payment and a card granting him free entry to the capital. Though Rue questions the gesture, Ellis anticipates future collaborations and wants him to return easily. Rue leaves some of his replicants in the city, and the group starts their journey back. The trip progresses smoothly, yet Mio feels disheartened, comparing her strength to Kitchi's recent advancements. Rue reassures her of his unwavering support and offers to help her train. They pause their journey for training, where Rue summons several giants as sparring partners for Mio. She commits fully and defeats over 50 giants, but feels it's still insufficient. Rue praises her effort, but she faints from exhaustion. He carries her back to the group, and they share a meal together. That night, Mio evolves into a vampire lord, rejuvenating her spirits. Upon returning to the forest in their cave, they find it transformed with renovations. The group warmly welcomes them back. Goi shows them the new farm, now tended by a dryad, and a new ranch for the animals. Suddenly, Ju rushes in with news of Gabu's critical condition. Rue visits Gabu, introducing him to his children. Gabu, reflecting on his life, passes away contentedly but suddenly. They hold a funeral for Gabu, reminiscing about his 20 years of life. In Gabu's honor, Rue organizes a tournament to gauge everyone's progress in Parabellum. Kitchi gets his rematch with Rue, expressing gratitude for Rue's help but vows to surpass him one day. Their intense battle lasts all day, with Rue emerging victorious. As the day winds down, the twins prepare dinner, and Rue reflects on the group's improved strength. That night, Ellis calls Rue, seeking his assistance once again. He attempts to decline, but she offers him something too tempting to refuse. The next day, he rallies the group, readying them for a new adventure in the capital. This marks the end of this video. Please remember to like and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to our next adventure together.